Hey, what's going on guys, MIQ here, and in today's video, we actually are going to be following the trend from not my last video, but the past two, where I test out some decks for the MIQ. I got a bunch of positive feedback. People really seem to like the best of three, but I do want to get some more decks in. I don't like making videos of the same decks over and over again, so we're going to do some more testing, and although I don't typically play aggro, or mono red for that matter, I'm going to try it out because it has been putting up crazy results, along with cycling, which don't even get me started. I am not playing cycling. I absolutely hate that deck. But mono red is like kind of walking that fine line. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. And if it can just bang me out a couple wins in the MIQ, then I mean, hey, pick your poison. I'm relatively happy to pilot this. Now, this exact list, sideboard included, is the one that came in first place from the Kaldheim 5K over the weekend, and I want to test it out. I don't have as much sort of flexibility with mono red. It's also an aggressive 60 card deck, whereas in Yorian control decks and rogues, there's more room for sort of creativity, if you will, and there's a lot more flex spots, whereas everyone knows what's good in red. But I do really like this build. I like the one Phoenix in the main deck, and I like all the escape cards in the sideboard, along with the rolling vortexes against control your decks, the red cap melees against anything aggressive in any sort of mirror, Scorching Dragonfire, good removal, Phoenix of Ashes, Rogues, Embereth Paladin. I've had a lot of people play this against me. It has not done anything, so maybe I can make it work, maybe not, we'll see. And the Acroan War in any creature mirror matchup. But yeah, list is fairly standard. We have our typical aggressive one drops. We are a snow deck because Faceless Haven is a beast card. Frostbite is also pretty solid if you have three of these snow lands. We're not a 24 snowland deck. We do have some castles and a Shadow Skull Smashing, which I honestly think is correct. When I was testing out Mono Red Snow, I found that I didn't have enough to do with my mana otherwise, and we didn't only want Snow Mountains. Three Torbrands looks a bit heavy for me. The triple red, I honestly think is going to be difficult to come by based on my previous, very limited amount of testing, but previous testing. Everything else seems pretty standard. But yeah, so we're going to be taking this for a spin. I have been climbing a fair amount these past couple days because there's like 4 days left in the season and I need to hit Mythic. So playing a red aggressive deck in best of three as a test to also not only learn how to play, but also practice playing against, because I've been playing against this a lot. Not that I've had a lot of trouble, but maybe learn some more intricate play patterns against the deck and with it. So anyways, guys, that's it for the list. Again, it's fairly standard, mostly Eldraine red. But yeah, if you guys like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video and continue providing me with feedback based on the type of video you guys want to see, whether you prefer best of one or best of three. And if these MIQ preps, actual meta decks are interesting. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Again, consider subscribing. It really motivates me to make more content. And let's get into some games. All right, against rogues, probably. Oh man. Oh, if I draw Mountain, the hand's good. I'm not risking it. Okay. I don't even care. We're going to keep this. Man, if you guys have seen the hands I've opened today, it's literally 6 lander into 0 lander, and it's just laughable, honestly. All right, at least that's a playable. So yeah, this is rogues, which we have a decent matchup against. If they're more geared towards dealing with aggression, like they should be in best of one, then we're at a disadvantage. And we have all our Phoenixes and crap for later on. Those would have been some good draws. We find Torbrand interesting. Let's attack. Opponent blocks. Opponent doesn't block. Okay. Very uncertain. Let's get this down and pass. We might frostbite something. I'm not sure. We can definitely do it next turn. Passage. Sad times. We only have one main deck Phoenix, but that's why the sideboard's there. Am I right? Okay. Not bad. Third snow permanent. And we're going to pass, hold open both of our removal spells. Opponent's gonna crack passage. We're gonna frostbite in response. Make them respect a frostbite. Very good. Okay, so they don't get the mill triggers, but I mean, our yard is already relatively full. Alright, let's go. Thieves Guild Enforcer, right here. Not Thought Thief. Okay. So, Thought Thief, bad. Thieves Guild Enforcer, good. I want something to stomp, that's why. And they're gonna mill me for 2. Alright. We'll see if they do anything else. Main phase Thieves Guild Enforcer? Actual mad lad, okay. Let's go, I want to see some birds in the yard. Maybe cast another? No. Alright, I'm not exactly gonna pass up the opportunity to do this. Counters it. Yep, that's fine. It means we can go land into Torbrand and get a nice attack in. Okay. Alright. We know opponent only had 3 lands, so that came off the top. What's it gonna be? Second Thought Thief. So probably mill me a bit more. Attack with 1 Thought Thief. Okay, and they're playing their Wind Robber, so they're going pretty wide. And there we go. Okay, we hit Phoenix. That's good. And of 1 Mind. Alright. No blocks. If they want to do that, we take these. I mean, they're going to try to race us. Sure. No blocks, man. Depending what I draw. Okay. We can go for Shatter Skull Smashing and kill 2 of these things. Like, we can take out both Thought Thieves, or we can take out a Thought Thief and a Thieves Guild Enforcer. And I think that's pretty good. I'm going to attack first. Let's say they double block my Torbrand. Is that fine? No, it's not, because then the whole play pattern kind of crumbles. So what am I taking out? First, we'll play out the Haven. And then we go backside. We go pay 2. Definitely you. Now we're taking out other Thought Thief or other Thieves Guild Enforcer. Let's go with the other Thought Thief because the damage is really scary because these Thought Thieves are lording the entire team. And we can do this because Torbrand basically buffs the damage. Yep. And we don't attack first because if they choose to double block, then we can't do that play because they just kill the Torbrand. Opponent will cantrip block this. And we get 3 points in. Okay. So we're not looking horrible. Land off the top means Robber plus Phoenix, which we welcome. We actually would have hit it. Nice. Of 1 Mind, okay. Drawing some cards. We're not scared of card draw. They drew land. We're scared of removal. Yep. Like that. Opponent being really aggressive. Alright, we do find the land. Let's reanimate this. I don't really think it matters, but we exile. We have plenty of food. They're not on Zareth. So maybe another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Maybe a... what's it called? The 1 mana gain 3 life for draw 1 card, Cling to Dust. I'm going to hold this back because I think it might be another Thieves Guild Enforcer. And I'm not in the business of just giving away a free 1/1. We got a land. Okay, that's not good. Alright, cantrip draw. No surprise there. Take 2, okay. Yep. So, happy I didn't block attack with that. They would have just eaten it for free. And if they have another Thought Thief, we're literally dead. I mean, if I had attacked because they get the Lord buff. Yep. Alright. Mill me a lot. Man, this guy's draw's been nuts. So this is what a good rogue draw looks like. Literally couldn't be me. Alright, we have to block. No choice. And we'll see what comes off the top. Nice. Okay, we're gonna play it. So what's the plan? I mean, we're dead anyways if we don't attack. I mean, we're technically not dead, but we would have to make a lot of trades that we don't want to make. And the opponent is slowly gonna mill me out anyways. So let's say I attack with Haven, Phoenix, and Robber. That's technically lethal, but then we're just dead to the Thieves Guild Enforcers. If I attack with just the Phoenix of Ash, and then I can technically... I can pump it up to 7, so no, that doesn't do it either. I can attack with both. They would have to like block, which this is pretty much a free block. Then I can animate, block, and I'm still dead. I think I can't attack. I mean, it also depends what I hit off the Robber. But if I'm really playing for what I hit off the Robber is that good, I can pump Castle. Okay, I can 1, 2, 3 animate. I can pump Castle, and then this is what, another 2, so block 3. No, okay, we can't attack. We have to hold back, which is really sad, and they're gonna put us to 1 regardless. Okay, they buy Lurus, that's a good sign. Nothing, okay. Cleave? Oh, man. Guys, this is painful. Alright, so if I attack with Phoenix and they don't block, I'm still dead. Man, this is so bad. Okay, I can animate Faceless Haven. We're literally in the same spot as we were last turn. They just have Lurus now. Maybe I do just have to play. I mean, I think I have to play for whatever I draw off the Robber. Is that even good, though? No, it's not. Okay. So a really depressing game where I fled out pretty hard at the end. An opponent has another Thought Thief anyways, so I'm not actually... Well, am I dead through the air? I think I am. Alright, let's just scoop this up. Opponent has a absolutely crazy Rogues draw. We should have a decent matchup here. Alright, if the game would stop lagging. So, escape cards, Dragon Fires. Alright, now what don't we want? Can probably drop off some Annexes. Cleave, some Torbrins. These expensive cards that are harder to stick. I mean, Cleave is still probably the main win con. Do I even want Torbrand? Torbrand just gets answered by spot removal. I think it's just too slow in this matchup. Even though it had a decent showing before. And a Rimrock Knight. Is that fine? I think this is fine. Alright. Maybe I'm supposed to keep in more Annexes. I just don't believe they're going to resolve. But maybe that's just sad thinking. Alright, let's go. Okay. I'm not even going to complain. We're going to keep this. And we're going to hope... We're literally just going to treat this as a removal spell. Alright. Let's get started. Temple. Not exactly where I want it to be. At least we can hold Stomp open. And if we're going to draw land, let it be Faceless Haven, right? Ruin Crab. God, okay. Alright, let's go. Mill me a Phoenix. Mill me an Ox. We're gonna Stomp Face here because I don't trust my deck to provide me with another playable on 3. I could have also just held Stomp open in case they block with Ruin Crab, but they have not exactly been blocking with Ruin Crab in the past. And we find 2 Oxen. Very good. Very, very good. So to take this out or to just get a bigger board presence, I think we attack. Bluff another Bone Crusher Giant. Yep. To damage. and get this out. Okay, so they pretty much have to mill me. And as soon as we run out of gas, we have these oxes to gas us right back up. So that's really good. Another fabled passage, no doubt. Okay. At least they're fueling these oxen. Then we draw the Phoenix, okay. So, what's the plan? Scorching Dragonfire, the Ruin Crab, and then escape an Ox? I think that's fine. Okay. We discard some land. It kind of sucks, but it's also fine. And let's clean out the yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just want to make sure not to exile the other ox. Okay. And now we have successfully turned off all sorts of stuff, like Drown can't counter this anymore. And, oh, they just scooped to the ox. Let's go. Maybe they had Drown and thought they could counter it. Okay, very good, very good. Ox proven its worth. So now on the draw, do I want to make any changes? I think I'm really happy swapping the oxes for the Torbrins. And I like having all these escape cards. I think this is fine, honestly. I don't think it's going to get much better than this. Alright. We are heavily relying on our escape cards to get us through this match. It's a 2-lander, but it's Emberth tapped. I mean, and then it's kind of like a weak showing of Rimrock Knight into maybe Annex, and no, I don't like it. Well, it's a hand with double Ox. Oh, it's awkward. Oh, it's awkward. I kind of just want to mulligan it, just to have the Oxes in the yard. But okay, we'll do this. Maybe I should have dropped off an Ox instead of the other land. And how many times have we seen turn 1 Rune Grab? Like 3 for 3 now? That one Emberth really biting in the ass this game too. Like, what's going on? Double Ruin Crab, opponent is... And they missed their land. Okay. They missed their land, guys. That's a good sign. Let's eat one of these crabs because these robbers aren't getting in anytime soon. Miss land again. Do it. Oh, and they hit. Okay. I'm going to slam this. I'm just going to be mana efficient. If we draw another land, then we can go turn 4 double robber. And yeah, I am starting to have crazy regrets bottoming this. I think I should have just been rushing towards casting an Ox and getting it on the board as soon as possible. Alright, well. Yeah, I really feel like a muppet. Let's try to resolve this. At least we can start stealing their cards. And there's a bunch of 1-mana rogues we can cast. Drown. Ooh, we hit a Drown. Okay. There's no cards in their yard, but that's still really solid. And we still have some Phoenixes, which we also need this to cast. Sad times. Bloodchief's Thirst. Yeah, that's what I had in mind. But at least that means that we can technically cast Drown on their card. Alright. On the Ruin Crab, if we had drawn a land, which they milled 3, naturally. Alright, get in there again. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mill me some more. Good, some non-lands. I'm going to attack with both. I don't care. Oh, they're doing this before combat to not give me a robber proc. We're going to play out our 1-1, which at least it's something. But yeah, I don't know how many times I can say it. This should be in my hand and this should be at the bottom of the deck. Another Bloodchief's Thirst. Okay. At least Faceless Haven technically has land type. Oh, that's jokes. We hit. Counterspell? Let me attack. They let me attack. And we hit a Bloodchief's Thirst. Okay, do I want to drown this now? Sure. Let's blow up the crab. And if they counter it, we're happy. If they play a Soaring Thought Thief, we're less happy. But I think they can play around us, only having access to those two cards. Okay, and they go for a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Alright, where are my birds? We have 3 birds, and almost half the deck is gone. Remrocknite, not bad. Let's go to attacks. They can destroy this pre-combat, which they choose to. Fair. Attack. This trades. So we beef it up. Nice, nice, nice. And we'll get the Rimrock Knight down. Our life total isn't under pressure, and our library isn't under crazy pressure either. Land 5 means we Ox and reload. Wind Robber. Alright, let's go. Let's hit some birds. No land 5. I can actually animate this. I think I'm okay just bolting the Thieves Guild Enforcer while I wait. Yep. And we can go to attackers. If they have a Thought Thief, that's not ideal, but it's fine. Yeah, I figured they'd trade here, and if they're trading like that, it means they don't get to cantrip for another card. How many lands are left? A couple. Alright, we don't hit any. I can animate this. I think I'd rather just play Bone Crusher. And we'll see if they have another creature or not. Okay, let's see if we can resolve this. Force them to counter it instead of letting them get on the board. Okay. And they scoop it up. Okay, so basically we're in a pretty good spot because even if they remove this Bone Crusher Giant, we still have the Faceless Haven to fall back on. And eventually we will find land to cast this Ox, which, again, we would have had I not been a complete muppet. Okay, let's go. On the play, immediate 1-lander. Send that away. Alright, this is better. At least we have 2 lands. We're going to drop off a Charger. And we will chill with everything else. Opponent takes a mulligan too, so that's fine. Feels better. Get the champion down. And we're going to need a bunch of stuff off the top to make this hand work, but we're going to try to get there. What do you want, opponent? No Yorion. Green, okay. Sure. Go to damage. I'm going to get the Charger down. I'm not going to bank on them playing something that I can stomp. Although they probably will. Green-white. Innkeeper. I'll just Frostbite it. There's no problem here. And Giant Killer. Okay. So, I mean, I'll probably end up taking out both of them. Let's not kid ourselves. So what, Naya Adventures? Maybe just Celestia Adventures? And we hit another land. Okay. I suppose we attack first? Opponent trades? That's unexpected. So sure. If the opponent's going to trade, I'm just going to be really aggro. I'm going to play this Bone Crusher Giant out. And I'm going to bank on drawing 4th land off the top and trying to cleave them right away. Lovestruck Beast. No cigar. Alright. Sad. Sad times. They can outgrind me. They 100% of the time will. But yeah, holding Stomp open doesn't exactly do anything for me in this spot either. Maybe they take it slower and don't play the Beast, but I don't think that's true. And that probably came off the top, or that came in the early couple draws because they would have gone for turn 1 Beast should they have had it. Okay, and the opponent's on that double strike cheese deck with the Goldspan Dragon. We find land. See if we can close. So we don't want to equip here, although as much as I'd like to kill this Lovestruck Beast, we are literally throwing away the Fervent Champion to push through damage. Okay. Cleave is on the Giant. It's pretty much all I can do. They can give this Beast protection from red at instant speed. Actually, no, they can't, because at the end of the turn, it goes away. So, double the power of target creature, they can make this like a 14/14. Let's say they cast 3 more spells, this thing becomes a 9/9, hits me twice, they can't kill me. And maybe I can cheese out a win with Frostbite here. Oh, that's aggressive. That is aggressive. Okay, so what do you have? Giant Killer? It's pretty much a Giant Killer or double Bone Crusher Giant or bust. If it's Artifact Hate, Giant Killer, yeah. There it is. Sad times. I don't think I scooped just yet. Let's take this out. Shepherd. Ooh, that doesn't look too good. At least now they don't get to replay the Scalds. But having the Innkeeper alive is pretty much all they should need. It's not looking too good for you, boy. Goldspan Dragon, yeah, really not looking too good. Innkeeper, So this deck can really provide draws where they just kill me out of nowhere. Alright, so what do I need? Fervent Champion? Equip. Is that even enough? No, it's not. They play Shepherd, draw another card, buff up the team. We lose. I just want to see what I was going to draw. Annex. Almost. Almost, boys. But Lovestruck Beast is a house. Alright, so let's board. Gonna want these Aggro Wars. That's for sure. Probably another Phoenix, because getting damage in through the air can be important. What's not as good? I mean, on the draw, I'll keep all my cleaves. Sorry, on the play. Maybe I drop off a Torbrand. I mean, it's actually pretty good, though. Right? It helps me get through. Maybe I don't want Phoenixes. Getting in damage through the air can matter, but we really just have to get through some Lovestruck Beasts. So a Aggro is probably our best way to do that. I mean, Red Cat melee deals with what, like the dragon? I guess we'll put like 2 in. I don't want all of them. Maybe drop off a Frostbite in exchange for the melee. And what else? What has poor attacks? I mean, Charger isn't ideal. I mean, it trades fairly okay. Maybe it is another Frostbite. They have a lot of cheap creatures, but I'm not scared of their cheap creatures. I'm more annoyed by them. Alright, let's be super aggressive and just cut another removal spell. I'm just going to try to blitz them down. The only removal spell I want is my Aggro War. Alright, let's go. Double Fervent Champion. This is what I'm looking for. And we can beat this deck. We just have to have a decent enough draw. They are pretty slow, and they are kind of like a combo kill you out of nowhere deck. They're better at grinding with control than they are at defending themselves against hard aggro anyways. So, okay, what's the plan? Hyper aggression, right? We'll do all this now. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna play all these cards out on this turn anyways. Just want to pass priority. All right, decent. Down to 7 on turn 2. Down to 13, sorry, and no green. All right, let's get in there again. Opponent is probably holding open Bone Crusher Giant. It would not surprise me. Letting me do it before they pump. So sure, we're gonna beef this up. Get in for 3. Down to 10, and we're gonna play a Rimrock Knight. All right, land off the top is Cleave. And if they just slam Bone Crusher Giant and we don't hit a land, then we go melee into another Rimrock Knight. And we hit land, so let's just cleave them. That's just strictly better. They have to block the Rimrock Knight or they're dead to the cleave. Yep. And get in there for another 5. Alright, we should be okay. Don't want to trade the Cleave's equip. Happy to have it on the Knight. And this is what I was talking about, or as long as we get a fairly decent aggressive opener, then we can just zerg them down. Alright, game 3. Rimrock Knight performed really well there, but on the draw it's a lot worse. So I think we cut 1, and then what do we want to swap that with? I guess one more removal spell. Just get a quick little swap in there. Don't want another red cap melee. I think we're good on 2. Because this deals with like innkeepers and giant killers and all that jazz. Maybe I'm supposed to go for the bird, but I just don't trust it to actually get damage. 4 cleaves, I have to kill them. And I'd rather have cleave on 4 than Torbrand, but a Crow and War can also be really solid on 4. Okay. I think this is good. Let's see if we can just zerg them down again. We almost even got there game 1. We got into like 4 or 2. Alright, hand's good. Got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, and I say 2 as in stomp. Got some stable mana. Lovestruck Beast Adventure. Alright, that's not good. But we find our cleave. That is good. So let's turn the pressure up out the get-go. They actually find their green mana this time. Last game they were bottlenecked on green. Alright, that's good. Tap land. Okay, double Lovestruck Beast 1/1. Okay, and we're going to attack here. They might be tempted to double block, and if they do, we just Bone Crush one of them. Okay. And they see that play. So we're just going to go for double Fireblade Charger and maybe turn 3 cleave. Okay, opponent goes for turn 3 Lovestruck Beast, so awkward. They have double Lovestruck Beast, so really good hand against us. Care to attack? They do attack. So do I take a block? That's actually a decent question. If I block with one of these chargers, they lose both their 1/1s. Is that good? It means I won't be able to turn 3 cleave, but I don't exactly want to cleave on the Fervent Champion anyways, because then they just eat it with the Lovestruck Beast. I'm okay with cleaving on the charger, but I don't think that they'll block the charger. Weird spot. I actually do think I'd take one of these blocks. Just to clear their board a little bit. Okay. Robber. isn't exactly great. I'm going to play this out, and I'm going to pass. I just need to build up a beefy board of creatures and get a big cleave in. We can't exactly chip away with them with the Fervent Champion right now. Okay, they hit red. If they showdown, that's really slow. Innkeeper and Lovestruck. They can't Lovestruck Beast after that. They only have 1 green. They can Shepherd, though. Okay, and we have double Torbrand, so without land 4, which sucks. But do we even get in there? If we draw land off the top, we can Robber and then attack with 4. If I attack with all, they're gonna block my Fervent Champion. I think I do have to be aggressive, though. I can't just chill anymore. That's fairly obvious. Okay, so how do I want this to go? If I cleave the Fervent Champion, then we actually trade boards completely. I don't know if that's good for me or not. I don't think it is. And if I don't, then they just eat this. And we push in some damage here. And they still have to deal with a Bone Crusher Giant with a cleave on it. So, okay. Let's suit up the Giant. Okay, they go to 8. So, we have a Hasty Robber next turn, a Bone Crusher Giant with a cleave, and maybe Torbrand if we draw the land. So what do you go for? Okay, red source. Second Lovestruck Beast. Another cleave. Oh man, that's not good. Okay. So play the robber, attack with both. This could be a Bone Crusher Giant, which would suck. But they want to double block my Bone Crusher Giant anyways, or we just eat one of these Lovestruck Beasts, so it's pretty much a free 2 points of damage. And getting this on the board so we can potentially equip it next turn is solid. Alright, protection from red sucks. That sucks. They take a bit of damage, but it's just from the robber, so not exactly where we want to be. And they find their other green source. Means Henge is a possibility. Showdown, yep. No surprise there. Oh, and they find a Bone Crusher Giant, but no red mana. Man, we're just not going to draw this land, are we? So if we equip this, and we attack, they do have to double block, but I'm pretty sure they're happy to. Alright. I can't exactly not equip the robber, because aside from that, it would just be play out other robber. Yep. And if they have another shelter, I'm just super punished. Man, if I had the 4th land, this game would be pretty different. I wouldn't have to make all these suboptimal plays. Oh, okay. Feels bad, guys. I mean, I'm not going to scoop just this second, but it's not looking great. All right, what are we gonna find? What can even win us the game? Stomp my face? Yeah, because you're gonna lose the Bone Crusher Giant anyways. When we find land 4, that's freaking funny. All right, let's get Torbrand down. See if we're dead, because if we're not, then we can maybe, and I say this very loosely, maybe equip cleave. Another showdown. All right, at least that's slow. It does push them closer towards finding their combo. Red cap melee? Yeah. With 1 red open, 2 red open, I lied. And yeah, we lose from here. So GG's, but getting mana screwed kind of blows. Or I say mana screwed, we can draw land 4 for like Bunch of turns. All right, guys, and we are back. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to end up playing this. It's way too, I don't want to say random for me, but inconsistent, as funny as that sounds. In best of one, you might have a lot more consistent luck because of the hand smoothing algorithm. But in best of three, I played like what, I think 4 or 5 games with this deck. The amount of times I would go 6 lander into no lander after a mulligan, it was just outstanding. Like, I think that happened 4 to my 5 games, at least one of the two, not matches, but like games out of the 1 to 3 that I played. You guys get what I'm saying. Anyways, I can't with all the variants, and I can't with not feeling like I'm in control. Maybe that's just me being a control mage at heart, but I don't know. It's not for me, but I can definitely see the appeal. And the sideboard filled with escape cards just makes your rogue matchup chef's kiss. Like, it's so good. And I think if you're looking to beat rogues, this is a fairly solid way to do it. And against Sultai Ultimatum, with a half decent draw, you will smork them because they run way too much ramp, unless they're starting to shift the lists to more interaction. I'm not sure, but that's not what I have seen in my experience. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Again, deck list will be in the description down below as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.